Hello and welcome back to Star Citizen. My name is Evenlease, and today on 10 Minutes more or less ship review, right behind me, the Esperia Glaive. Let's go ahead and take a look. Alright, welcome back to another review, and thank you to WinRAR42 for flying this ship into battle for me so I can get the best looking views of this ship. Now, the Esperia Glaive, a medium fighter. This ship was last offered, I believe, in August of 2015, where if you beat all of the Arena Commander Vanduul Swarm, waves, you could rent and unlock this human-made Esperia replica ship. But I believe it was limited, and it also had a $350 price tag if you did. I don't know if that's still going on, and you can still unlock it for purchase by completing that, but you can acquire this as of right now if you get 200 referral rewards, which might change with the new referral system coming here shortly, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. Now, this ship here, the Esperia Glaive, like I said, this thing is a replica ship, so it's built with some Vanduul parts and then some human parts, and then it was sold to, the humans because the Vanduul were like, you're stupid, so go ahead and purchase our replica, not the originals, which will be changed out sooner or later when we see Squadron 42. They have updated all the models of the Esperia or Vanduul ship, and that will be quite interesting to see when this ship gets its update, which I'm really excited for. Now, this ship, if you were to go out into battle, you have a 7 minute and 35 second claim time, or if you were to expedite it, it is 2 minutes and 31 seconds, so not bad. For a medium fighter, that's pretty on point. I do like that, being able to get back in the air as soon as possible. Now, the pilot does have 2,470 burst damage per second due to the two size 1 weak laser cannons. And yes, they are called weak. The laser cannons are called that, and they are quite weak. And then you have two size 5 Wraith plasma cannons on this ship, which actually do quite a bit of damage. So combined, it is a fantastic experience when you're out there, shooting targets your size or smaller. You can usually pop them pretty quick, which is pretty cool. Now, you also have 8 size 2 Bullet 2 missiles, which is pretty nice. Only 8 of them, but that's better than quite a few ships at this tier of fighter craft. So I do enjoy that. So overall, damage-wise, it is pretty good, but I will tell you right now, all the guns are bespoke on this ship, as in, if you get this ship one way or another, you cannot remove the guns on it and replace it with something else. You are stuck with that weapons package, no matter what, well, except for the missiles, right? But you cannot change the weak laser cannons or the Wraith plasma cannons. Now, this ship does have 2 size 1 military grade C shield generators, giving you 3,460 bubble shield, which, again, is pretty on point with the medium fighter, so not too much concern there. And then you have 10,962 HP, which, honestly, given the fact that this thing just is pretty much a giant wing, that's kind of disappointing. I wish it had probably about double the HP, so it would be a little bit less fragile, because a lot of your damage is going to be done to your wings, your feathers, kind of like all over this ship, and it's not going to look good for you, right? So hopefully we get an update to that when the model gets updated, or really hopefully sooner than that. Now, you do have a top SCM speed of 220 with a 480 forward boost, a 230 backwards boost, and a top nav speed of 1,150, which, again, it is comparable to a Hornet Mark II with a lot of these stats, from your base damage per second to, other things like your speed and your maneuverability. They're pretty much 1-to-1, they're pretty close at least. With that, the maneuverability is a 56, 45, 150 pitch yaw roll, which is pretty good. Like I said, for a medium fighter, that's pretty good. And this thing is very slim. So when you're out there doing combat, it's a pretty hard target to hit just because it's kind of like a piece of paper, right? It's flat. Now, this ship does have these blade-style blades that come out from each side, but they are more just an aesthetic, and they're not actually a combat feature, at least for right now. Maybe that'll change in the future, but we'll see. Now, otherwise, like I said, you have a 56, 45, 150 pitch yaw roll, or boosted 67, 54, 180. Definitely not terrible. And then your countermeasures, it is 48 and 5 on the countermeasures, so 48 flares and 5 decoys. And then for your fuel, you do have a 9 SCU of hydrogen fuel and 1.3 SCU of quantum fuel. So, you know, it's about average, and that's just about what you're going to get. It's not meant to go long distances, does not have an interior to lay down in, and that's pretty straightforward. So let's just take a look really quick at a quick, you know, combat, third person, first person, and then I'll give you my score. As you can tell, this medium fighter is a pretty great fighter, especially with the weapons that are bespoke on there. It actually does a surprising amount of damage, but I mean, overall, you have just a lackluster amount of visibility. Like, your visibility, you're visible for miles, right? And then your HP is also pretty low. And then your power distribution, not great at all. You're having to remove all power from your coolers just so you can power full shields and full weapons, which is really too bad. Otherwise, this ship for me is a 76 out of 100. Let me know, what do you think of the Glaive? Down in the comments below, is this a ship you would be interested in the future, or do you have one now and you enjoy it? Or, you know, what's your opinion on it? Thank you guys for watching. Thank you everybody for being here. You all are truly amazing, and I appreciate every single one of you. So make sure you enter into the giveaway going on right now on my Discord for a blade, which is pretty cool. So otherwise, thank you for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.